Right
All
on.
right. Yeah, what?
All
Right
right,
on. We're
man. I cook.
live. We're live. We're good. Hello, everybody. What? Are you leaving? He left. Okay, so let me turn the volume on. This music. You guys should be able to hear this now. Sorry for the
And
delay.
what are we streaming on, just to be clear? I want to make sure I
We're
got that
streaming.
link.
So we're streaming on my channel. I'll give you the link. Let me see. Just get it to you really quick. I'm gonna go to my YouTube, send it to you through my phone, and you guys should be able to hear it. So let me know if you guys can hear everything. People are there. I'm not using the bot, guys. All right, let me go to my channel, and I will get the link for you. Let me know if you guys can hear everything okay. We're good to go. Copy link. This is like where we're okay. Where do you want me to give you the link at?
You can just DM it to me in Discord.
Okay, here we go. All right, and what I'll do is afterwards, we will, I can download it or and give it to them, send it or whatever. But yeah, now awesome. We have it. So it's on YouTube. And yeah, I think that's it. I'll send it to these guys too.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, we'll have a solution for next time. Hi, John 4. Yep, they said they can hear me. They can hear everything. Audio's good. So there you go. So anyway, hi, my name is Brian. I'm here with Dean. He's going to be doing it's not a speed run, is it? It's like you're just doing a playthrough of Goldeneye.
We're a little behind. It may have to be, but
no, you don't have to. We need to do like a couple of sessions. We have to do a couple of sessions.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we're just gonna play the game on Double Agent, and which is the hardest difficulty. So we'll see how far we get.
Yeah, let's do it. Are you starting? All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. And I think it's working pretty well. Do you guys want me to adjust anything? Let me know. And yes, unfortunately, there's some maintenance guys downstairs drilling what it sounds like holes in like bedrock. So it's just my luck, right? That all of the things would happen at the same time. Okay.
I haven't been able to hear it at all this whole time, so I think we're okay.
Oh, I have some noise gate stuff going on, so that probably is why. But
right, cool.
Yeah, let's do it. So. For the record, I never played this game. Like, I never played the story mode because I never owned an N64. And my only experience with this is when my friend would have people over and we would do like the 4-player death matches. And yeah.
Yeah, I think that's most people's experience with this game. Like, that's what really made this game blow up was the multiplayer and how like innovative it was to have like a 4-player console FPS at the time.
Yeah.
But I would argue that the single player is maybe just as innovative. It does some cool things that some other games still don't do to this day that I really appreciate. One thing being really interesting is that you can completely like fail a mission by completely just fucking up I can't talk, an objective, but you can still keep playing. It doesn't actually like abort the mission. So you can just go around kind of doing whatever.
So they're not story breaking or game breaking missions that if you fail it just ends. Like you just don't have that completed. Is that how it works?
Well, you can't beat the level, but like you can keep going. It doesn't automatically pull you out. You have to manually quit. So, like, if you wanted to, for example, like in the next level, you'll see there's a bunch of scientists, and you're not supposed to kill them. Did he go in here?
Yeah.
And you're not supposed to kill them. One of the objectives is to minimize scientist casualties. But if you want to, you can just run through them and kill them all. You won't be able to beat the mission, but it still lets you do it. Which is really fun, like when you're playing with cheat codes and stuff, you can really just kind of like run wild and kind of do whatever.
Oh yeah, sure.
Makes the game like very replayable, I would say. I don't know where the hell that guy went. Who I
Somebody
hit,
got away.
he just disappeared. I guess he just ran. Let him. So we're playing this on the Xbox at the moment. This is the port that they released like a year or so ago.
Yeah.
So it's running in right now, and it's just displaying in 1080 60. But I think it can do 4K 120 on the Series X.
Mm-hmm.
And it runs really nice. It's pretty much exactly the same as the original. It's very faithful.
Yeah.
These are weird.
Explodey barrels?
Well, these are weird because that's the only spot in the game where they appear that size. Everywhere else that acid
really?
is used in the game, they're just like normal, like 50-gallon size.
Yeah. They did look kind of large.
Yeah, they definitely weren't meant to be that big. I don't know why they did that. There's another acid on here that's seen in other levels, but is unique in some way in this particular level, and I'll show you that later as we get to it.
Mm-hmm.
But just lots of quirks like that you'll notice if you play this game a trillion times for the last 20-something years like I have.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, look at this, guys.
Oh, the glass. I forgot about that. That's cool, too. So is that quirk, they left that in this new adaptation. They didn't change it. That's what it was, right?
Yeah, they didn't change pretty much anything, which I really actually appreciate.
So this holds up. I mean, this is a pretty good port, then.
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly the same. Just runs in 16:9 now, and a much better frame rate. Oftentimes, the original would dip to single digits if there was like an explosion too close or something.
Yeah.
Something always like hard to get used to is playing it on a modern controller because the
I was just gonna ask you about that.
Different.
Yeah, the N64 controller was a beast, and
mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like my muscle memory, because I've been playing this game for so many years.
Mm-hmm.
Playing it on this controller, it really messes with me sometimes. But it does generally control well.
Yeah. Yeah, weren't the sticks in like slightly different positions? Well, this is the Xbox, though.
Well, there was only one, so like you use the one stick the same way that this left stick works here, where in this game it's turning and moving forward and backwards, instead of moving forward and backwards and strafing like a modern game is. And then the C buttons would do what I have the right stick doing right now, which is strafing and then looking up and down. So it's extremely different from like a modern shooter.
I noticed that in the beginning you like did a bunch of stuff with your control setup too. So did you change it to be more like what it used to be? Or,
yeah, I have it pretty much as like classic as it can get. I do have like a couple extra buttons. This controller has more buttons than the N64 one does. So all I've really added is that I can aim with either left trigger or left bumper, and I can shoot with either right bumper or right trigger, which is nice. And I can also cycle forwards and backwards now because I have an extra face button I didn't have before. So this is another little weird quirk. These are all over the game. You'll see them all the time. But in this particular level, when you shoot them, they blow up. Otherwise, like, they're indestructible. So it's probably like a weird, like, leftover.
Yeah.
There's also like this island way the hell out there that you'll be able to see. I guess before it was stripped from the game, you used to be able to go out there, like took a boat, I think, from this dock and went out there and completed some sort of objective. But that was cut.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, so you look at, even in the same level, these are those barrels, but no,
yeah, but they're a lot
size.
smaller now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, people are chatting. So I want to read some comments. John Ford says, I'm listening through a soundbar, so it's good. So he's listening to this on a soundbar. Zerank says, always pick the options for romance with Natalia. John, I guess are there romance options in this, or is he?
No.
I was gonna say, like, this is before that even was a thing, right?
If only.
John Ford then says, Agent Under Fire was good. Is that like another 007 game? Then there was like one that I heard wasn't bad. That was like Daniel Craig or something, but I don't know what it was called.
Agent Under Fire is another Bond game from the PS2, GameCube, Xbox era. I remember I played it a little bit back when it was new, but at the time I really preferred Nightfire, and I played a lot more of
That's
that
the one I'm thinking about, I think. That's the one with Daniel Craig in it, right?
No, this was before
okay.
that. Nightfire was also Pierce Brosnan.
Okay.
I think Daniel Craig's first game was for his first Bond movie was Casino Royale. There was that one, Quantum of Solace. He was in the Goldeneye Reloaded
That's
remake.
You know what? That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that game is a lot better than people gave it credit for.
That's what the Goldeneye Reloaded.
Yeah.
And what's that one available on?
Initially, it came out for the Wii, I believe, and then they made a better version for the PS3 and 360 a year later, something like that.
And is it kind of like a first person?
It is. It plays a lot like Call of Duty, though. It doesn't feel like this game does.
See. Richard is in our chat. He says James Bond's Legends, Casino Royale never had a game.
You might be right.
Yeah,
James Bond Legends.
I think
right.
he was talking about the movies. That's why he was saying the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You were. I think you were saying, because I mentioned Daniel Craig and you said that he was in Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace, and yeah, that's true. That was Casino Royale was his first movie.
Quantum of Solace, I'm almost certain has a game. I could be wrong on
It
Casino
might.
Royale,
I think they were trying to do some tie-ins on that. John Ford says, I had the black and white original Casino Royale movie. Isn't that the one that's sort of like a comedy? Richard says it is the same team that made Call of Duty. I guess that's why it felt like a Call of Duty game.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know offhand the dev team that made it. I do know it was published by Activision, though. And I thought that they had used one of the COD engines, one of the IW engine versions. I'm just not sure which.
Are you killing yourself, or is this the bungee jump?
No. Yeah, this is the bungee jump.
Okay.
I'm usually so methodical and quick with this, but I'm so not used to talking while playing while playing this. So I'm going back and missing things. It's fine.
So like I said, I didn't really play the game, but I've watched this movie I don't know how many times, because it's one of my favorite James Bond. I love James Bond movies, period. Even the bad ones.
Me too.
But this is one of my favorites. It's one of the top ones, you know? And Casino Royale is also one of my favorites, which it's a real shame, because I thought Pierce Brosnan was a great Bond. And I thought that, but he just ended up in bad movies. I like them all because it's James Bond. I just like him, but these guys are all waiting in the stalls to get killed.
They weren't even shitting, just standing there.
Yeah, they're just sort of standing there waiting for you to open the door up. Richard says, my grandmother took me to see Goldeneye. I thought Goldeneye was great. You know, when I would play the 4-player death matches on this, I didn't really care about the odd job exploit. I always played Xenia on a top. Always. So
for me, it was always a race to pick Bond. I'm picking Bond. You guys get to play the NPCs that I bully.
Richard says, Die Another Day was bad. Die Another Day, is that the
last Brosnan one?
The last Brosnan one with Madonna? Yeah.
Die Another Day hurt my feelings.
That's the one with the North Korean guy, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That not the best. I think Goldeneye is the best of Brosnan's movies, by far. But what's the one where he goes up against the media guy? I think that's a relevant movie. You know,
what were there?
The World Is Not Enough, I think. There's
the fourth one, right?
There was Goldeneye. There was, I don't know if it's in the right order, but there was The World Is Not Enough with Michelle Yeoh. There was the one with Halle Berry, which I think is Die Another Day. And then there was the one with Sophie Marceau. That might be The World Is Not Enough, actually. Tomorrow Never Dies is the one about the media mogul, the guy from the Xfinity commercials in Brazil. I forget his name.
I think that's the only one I haven't seen of those 4.
I like that one. The one about the media guy, like I said, it's kind of relevant. Like, because he basically, like, lies about everything to start a war so that he can profit by covering it. Yeah, it's totally, like, relevant. You know, he's, like, so evil. And, but it was weird because, they put Michelle Yeoh in the movie, and, like, they were trying to create romantic tension, but it just didn't, it just was awkward, you know? Whenever they do that, it's awkward.
John Ford says, I met the actor that played Jaws at Spooky World. I'm not sure what Spooky World is, but you're talking about the guy that's like 7 foot tall dude that played Jaws. He's also in Happy Gilmore.
I think his name is Edward Cool or something. Yeah, he is a cool dude.
Something I really love about this particular level, which is, I guess, my favorite in the game, is you have to, on this difficulty, you have to find a double agent posing as a scientist, and he's going to give you, like, a decoder to get to the last room that you need. Yeah. And his spawn location is random every time.
Oh, really?
Which, yeah, which is really interesting. Oh, here he is this time. Really interesting when you're speedrunning the game.
Was this guy in the movie?
Just gotta wait for him. No. But no loose ends, so I gotta take him out. It lets me.
Yeah. That is interesting. I like how these guys didn't know that just happened. Like, they're over there.
Oh yeah, there's a weird quirk with the AI in this game where they can't see you at all if you're not on the same altitude.
Oh.
Or if there's anything blocking them. So for example, like, if the rail, like this railing was between me and them, they would never be able to see me, even if we were at the same height.
That's funny.
And these are gas canisters down here. In case you accidentally shoot them, these doors will refuse to open. It'll seal it, and then you'll just choke to death and die.
Oh.
Or just have to quit.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah, that's definitely his worst spawn if you're talking about speed running.
Yeah.
Because that is, you gotta wait through those 2 doors 2 separate times. It's a pain.
I hear a lot of people
in your run, you may as well just restart.
Yeah. LatQCD says, I've only seen Dr. No, but my favorite Bond game was probably Everything or Nothing. I don't know what... Is that I don't know that game.
That was also I believe that was also a PS2 era game. After the success of Goldeneye, we got so many Bond games. Some of them were okay. Some of them were
not
amazing. They had the one that immediately followed this, made by a different team, made by EA, was the World Is Not Enough game.
Yeah.
And I don't think that one gets nearly enough love. I absolutely love that game. I think it's great. Lat says pronouns loose/end.
Yeah. Richard Keel, that's right, John Ford. Thank you. That's Jaws. He was in, like, I think 3 Bond movies. He had his own little arc. He, like, ends up with a girl at the end and, like, becoming a good guy. I mean, the actor is, like, the sweetest man, like, ever. They always are, right? Somebody in the chat says, John Ford said, I met the actor that played Jaws at Spooky World. I was reading that before my dog started barking at the maintenance guys. Lat says it was on GameCube, OG Xbox, and PS2.
The best console gen, if you ask me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was when we got... The PS2 had too many games. Oh, it's Alec.
Yep, he'll... yeah. The general will come in here and murder him in a second, and then I'll have to pop the gas canisters and dip out.
Can you kill him after he's done with the... I mean...
Technically, yes. He has a ton of health, but if you follow him throughout the level, you can actually kill him before he despawns.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna fucking body his ass. He's gonna come over here and, like, crouch or whatever.
This is so funny. Like, I love that we had so little to work with. Uh-oh.
Oh, they were trying to really fuck me up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's actually a little conveyor belt in the corner you can go through. Also, it does.
Oh,
there's
just
no
like in the
reason
movie.
to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason to do it. It's infinitely slower, but I like that it's there.
It's a nice touch. I like that the Pierce Brosnan model looks kind of like. He reminds me of the old Max Payne. You know the face that he has.
Absolutely. Lot says 5th gen was better. Fight me. That's no. I think that's a totally valid opinion. I love 5th gen.
5th
as well.
gen is PS3 era or.
No. 5th gen is PS1, N64, and Sega Saturn.
Oh, those were good times, for sure.
And some other
Sega
obscure
Saturn
consoles that nobody cares about. Yeah.
Atari Jaguar. What was that? I used to work at a game shop. We sold. There was this one game or console. It was like $500. It was ridiculously expensive.
Is it the 3DO?
Yeah, the 3DO. That's right. And they had this like Mortal Kombat knockoff on there that was awful. People were buying that game console, like some people who had a lot of money to burn. But it was the first at-home console that had a decent sort of version of Samurai Showdown, the original, which was one of my favorite games. But I was not willing to buy it for. Are you driving the tank right now, or?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So little to
the trajectory is kind of weird. It does not go where you're aiming, but I've played this game long enough to kind of know.
Yeah.
My favorite part is the squish sound. It makes like a squish and like a crunch when you run somebody over with this, and they like scream. It's a good scream.
Yeah. Right. Which is the movie where he has to like escape on the plane? Is that this one? Oh yeah, that is this, right?
Yeah, it is this one.
That's why the plane is there. Yeah.
Yep, that's the scene. In the easier difficulties, you don't actually have to destroy the turrets. All you have to do in this is just get the key and get the plane and leave. Which actually makes the ending cutscene kind of cooler because you see the turrets like shooting at you and stuff. Yeah.
Hey guys, hit the like button for us. We're gonna be doing more of these, but probably on Twitter directly. I think we got it. Like we got a system nailed down. We don't need StreamYard, to be honest. Nice hood. Looks very cozy. He looks really bundled up and warm. Little Eskimo Bond.
Lat says that's a good scream right there. Don't make screams like that anymore.
Yeah, they don't.
But also he says it's a little to work with and yet so fun. Yeah, you know what? Like, I think that was some of the magic about like game hardware not only being a little bit more primitive, but also being more unique. Now everything's just kind of the same. It's like, what's the difference between like the PS5 and the Xbox version? Almost nothing, right?
Yeah.
But back in the day, it was like.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say you shot at those barrels and they didn't blow up, but I figured you could shoot them to kill those guys, right? Or do you prefer shooting at the guys? Yeah.
I definitely could have, but it would have taken more shots to blow the barrels up, and like there's like a little bit of a delay in the explosion, like triggering and then actually like doing damage.
Yeah.
So it's just more efficient to just shoot them directly if I can.
Whew. That was close. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, you know, when we had more primitive hardware, it was more of a problem-solving thing. You know, like there was a problem-solving element. Like, you know, a lot of people bring up the typical examples like Silent Hill, where they didn't have the draw distance, so they just made it fog, and it worked. You know, and now that we do have the tech, I think people are more likely to be a bit lazier, and we're just gonna, you know, make everything look good. I think that you can still use like better tech. You just need better art direction and people willing to use like more creative approaches. And maybe like they don't have to spend as much money, you know?
Yeah,
I think, like,
for sure. I mean,
the big AAA studios, they want to spend like hundreds of millions of dollars.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a rabbit hole I could definitely go down with.
Yeah, sure, we could. I mean, I've talked about it on my channel a lot, where you know you get like people like, for example, here's a thing. Speaking of Call of Duty, you know they hired like Kevin Spacey to be in the game, and that's kind of like where that's the stuff that really worries me, because it's like, you know, essentially they they're making games into movies, and it's starting to already have that same kind of Hollywood, you know, like that Hollywood type of approach to creating, you know, this content. And I think that's a problem, because like then you're going to get into a thing where the celebrity status is more important than, you know, the art itself or whatever. And I think that's already happened. I mean, voice actors are in Western devs, they're all like celebs now, right? They're like, you heard about that thing that happened with the guy that worked on Ghost of Tsushima? You heard about that? Or...
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so like the voice actor for the main character in Ghost of Tsushima, I don't know his name. I never played Ghost of Tsushima, but I hear it's goated, and I want to play it. But he apparently went on a, you know, unhinged, like screaming fest online, and naturally had a big following and stuff. And it was over the election, and I don't know. It's just like, you know, 10 years ago we wouldn't have cared what a voice actor for a video game thought about stuff. I mean, you know, not to say they don't have a right to their opinion, but like we wouldn't have cared. But now it's basically, they're like musicians, they're like Hollywood actors, elites, you know, and they're just like sharing their opinions. Again, how did that not kill you? Oh, I see. I like the way he points his gun.
There's also no fall damage in this game in general.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, it is. It you know, it should be a game after all.
I totally agree, though, and you know, like, I'm also tired of seeing actors in big games, and like they're not like making like characters anymore. They're just using actors, and it's not. It just.
That's right.
I don't know. It just doesn't hit the same. And
there's no art direction. There's no creativity.
It's especially obnoxious when you see someone like an actor who's been in like a bunch of games. I don't know. It just kind of takes a little bit of the magic out.
Mm-hmm.
And even which is super sloppy because like this game sucks. But one of the newer Call of Duty games, not the newest one, which is Black Ops 6, but the one before that, Modern Warfare 3. Reused an actress that they reused in 2 Modern Warfare games before that, the first remake.
Oh my god,
and,
he's dying so slowly.
For a different character. It's not even for the same character. So it's the same actress playing 2 different characters, like with her likeness.
Ugh.
In the same series.
Yeah.
It's like... That's such an egregious... I don't even know if I want to credit them enough to say oversight, but like... Jeez.
Yeah. So you're playing this on the highest difficulty. What does that mean? Do they do more damage? Do they take more hits? Are they spongier?
Yeah, so they take more damage for sure to kill. They do substantially more damage to you. And in this game, which is really cool, the higher difficulty settings have more objectives than the lower ones do. So if you want to experience the fullness of the game, you got to play it on hard. Which we are, so everyone's getting to see the full range of stuff you have to do.
Uh-oh, that guy looks important. He's just as dead as the rest.
Not anymore.
I saw that you shot a guy in the head just once, and he like, it took him like 10 seconds to die. It was like, I had to watch him slowly.
Yeah, totally incapacitated, but like, yeah, totally incapacitated, but yeah, the death animations are gonna be very funny.
Yeah. But yeah, I that's what I've been saying too. What you said about the hey, it's Boris. What you have to say about like, you know, they just use actors instead of like making characters. So they're just like, this is so and so, and yeah, I think that's gonna be, I don't know, it just makes it soulless, you know.
Extremely.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game industry has had a soul problem for quite a while.
Yeah, that's true.
So was Hollywood, by the way, but I haven't been interested in
yeah,
Hollywood in a long time.
Me neither. I just watch old stuff, or even things that I never got around to, like really old films. You know, like I watched The Maltese Falcon, you know, not long ago, and because I mean, there's lots out there. Westerns, I've been getting into those.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of Bond movies, I just recently watched Goldfinger for the first time.
Oh, Goldfinger's good.
It was so good. I was like, holy shit, this really holds up.
Yeah, I love how I love the old ones. Yeah, they're really good.
And it's
I
like,
think
do I even
it's-
really need new media? Like, there's so much old stuff I haven't discovered yet. I may as well just, go
That's
back
right.
and discover it for myself.
No, that's 100% right. It's not only that old media, but if you have a backlog of games and just play those. Did you kill him? Did you kill Boris again?
I did. Usually you get penalized for that. You get penalized for that when Natalia's around. She bitches about it and you'll fail the mission. But she's not around here, so, what she doesn't know won't hurt her, I guess.
But he'll be back in the game later, right?
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
It's not like a canonical death. It doesn't even call him Boris in this mission. It just calls him Programmer. So whatever, I'll use the opportunity.
Norwegian says Chatelet, my friend. Chatelet, my dudes.
Oh.
Watching old
Actually,
movies.
unlock the...
What?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What
I
you
just saw
unlock?
that new comment. I beat the speed run. So to unlock cheats in this game, I'll back out real quick. To unlock cheats in this game, you have to beat certain levels under certain par times. And I guess I unlocked it there for Double Agent. I didn't really mean to, though. But I always thought that was
there you
a
go.
pretty cool feature.
WU. Norwegian says, watching old movies is a great way to remind ourselves of what we lost socially. Yeah, I've been saying for years that our culture has gotten very sick. And I think that people are starting to see it now, because it's, like, really obvious. But I think it's been going on for a long time. So,
Oh, yeah.
Zerang says, something cool about Bond films is people can have their favorite Bond. Growing up watching Roger Moore, he's my favorite. Some prefer Brosnan, and a lot prefer Connery. Yeah, I mean, Connery is the most popular, probably, overall. But I think they all have something different to offer. I thought the Roger Moore era was fun. No, don't shoot me.
You
Or
have to, come up to them and, stick them up, basically, make them raise their arms, and one of them will drop a key card that leads me to the next room. But sometimes they'll get away, and they'll despawn, and you're fucked. And so you have to... they run away, and they won't put their arms up. You have to take the risk and kill them, but if you kill, I think, more than 2, you'll fail.
Shot right in the booty hole.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what's another really good movie that's been what's a good game that was adapted from a movie to you?
Oh, here's one that I think is criminally underrated. I love the Godfather game.
Oh, really? I've never played it.
Good.
Oh.
It's very much like, in my personal opinion, maybe this is unpopular these days, but I think Godfather is probably the best movie of all time.
It's a good movie.
And
I haven't watched it in a while, but I'm actually in the middle of a viewing. But yeah, go ahead.
I actually got the wife to watch it with me for the first time, and she loved it too, which was great. Yeah, but to me, it's like, oh, so here's basically a Grand Theft Auto game, but with the best story from the best movie, in my opinion, of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And it also gives you a cool behind the scenes look, and your character gets to interact with all the characters in the movie. You don't just play as a movie character.
Yeah.
It's just really fun. It's got a very addictive loop. So I love that game. Other than that's my favorite.
What's it on?
movie
Is
game.
it a what console?
It's on
or platform?
It's on PS2, original Xbox, 360, PS3, Wii, and PSP. And I own all of them. That's why I know that I'm a fan. The PSP and Wii versions are pretty different, though.
I have a PS2 emulator. I own a PS2 console, but I also own an emulator. So I could stream some PS2 games, PS3, PS4, Xbox, the original Xbox.
Hell yeah.
And there's some that I've never played. I never played Halo. I had Halo 2. Did you get it?
No, I just scared him. Yeah, so he dropped the card. You've never played Halo 2?
No, I never played any of the Halos. I played the I played the deathmatch stuff a little bit because I knew somebody who had it, but I didn't really like hang out there very much. It's one of those opportunities I missed. My wife though, she loves Halo. She used to play the shit out of it.
Well, I'm glad that you just figured out what our next game is going to be, because I can't let you get away with that. We have to fix this. Well, it was actually Halo 2's 20th birthday the other day.
Yeah. I'm not sure how to do that, fake gamer. No, I didn't have an Xbox. It was but my wife, she played a lot of Halo. I played some like deathmatch stuff only, and I think I own Halo 2. I have a copy of it somewhere, but I never got around to playing it. The double OG Frederick. Look at these guys.
Oh, he's trying to leave. Nope, he's staying right here.
You killed that guy, I think.
Nope, just a leg shot. Just a stomach shot for him. There you go. He raised.
He will die slowly, I guess. Or,
neither of them
drop
have
anything.
one? Okay. Maybe the store doesn't need one. I don't remember. And if that doesn't work, I got a trick up my sleeve that I might be able to employ.
Yeah. Norwegian says, I never played Halo either. Forgive me, Gavin, for I have sinned. Yeah, I did, like, my wife and I, because again, she was a big fan. Hey, that guy's running away with a briefcase or something.
Yeah, it's fine. I just gotta chase him to the end of the level.
Oh, okay.
If you can manage to kill him, which is extremely hard without cheats, he does drop the briefcase, but it doesn't do anything, so I think it was some kind of cut content.
Again, these guys, they all have Max Payne faces. It's kind of great.
Pretty revolutionary for the time, like to have these like face
I remember
scans.
thinking, oh my god, so photorealistic. Like, I remember saying that. You know, there was the other game that I did play a lot of too. Well, I played some of with friends. Was Perfect Dark, which was made by the same studio. You know, it's very similar, and you can make your own custom, like, you know, your own custom characters for that one. And my friend and I, we made some hilarious. I made like some like super Aryan guy with like all white, and his name was Johann Strauss. Because you could name your guy, and it was just hilarious. Yeah, Perfect Dark was fun. But I did play Destiny with my wife for a while because she was like, "It's Bungie, it's gonna be good." So I did do some of that.
We will definitely have to play Halo on stream, guaranteed.
Okay. We'll have to figure out how to do it.
Do you have a gaming PC or
I have a gaming
an Xbox
PC.
One or Series?
No, I don't have any Xboxes other than the original Xbox, and I haven't used it in forever. When did the stream start? About 40 minutes ago. What were you gonna say?
We could probably do like Halo Master Chief Collection on PC, but I'm sure you'd have to buy it.
I can buy it. I don't think it costs that much. So, is it Xbox? No, it's on Steam, right? It's on Steam. I think it is. I think I saw
not sure.
Yeah, I think it is.
You've never had Xbox Game Pass before, I'm assuming, right?
No.
You should be able to do a free trial of it, and then you won't even have to pay for the game. So you get like a
remix. Ooh,
like a month free of Game Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he knocked me back into these that blew up, and that hurt pretty bad. Oh, that one just killed himself with the explosion.
Hostage escaped. Does that mean that you won?
That's a good thing.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, I need them all to escape. Critter says spliced run. I'm not playing that fast, Critter, but I appreciate that.
Let's see.
I figured it'd be boring if
Brian,
I was
are using
too quickly.
original hardware. Well, I'm not playing this game. Dean is playing. His logo is up there. You guys can see it.
So this is not original hardware, as in it's not the N64, but it is the native port for Xbox.
Yeah.
So, which you can get through either Game Pass or buying the digital version of Rare Replay on Xbox.
The digital version? I assume.
No,
Or is
this
on
is from Game
Pass?
Pass. Yeah, I almost never buy digital games, and I only have Game Pass really because I was able to get it for so cheap using like an exploit. Yeah, so. And I played a lot of online games, but I won't be renewing it when it ends.
Yeah. No, my arcade machine's not online for this one because this is, you know, we were kind of like scrambling to get a fix. But we got one, and I think it looks good. And I bet that if you guys wanted me to stream through my OBS, I could make this, like, I can make, like, pimp this ride, as it were. Do hit locations matter in this much? I mean, it looks like they do, but...
They definitely do.
That's also, like, a new thing, too. Well, at least for the time, right?
Oh, yeah. Seeing them, like, do a different, like, death animation... Or not death, but, like, just, like, pain animation depending where you're hitting them and stuff.
Yeah.
And different damage depending where you're hitting them. I feel like that was pretty new at the time.
Gabriel Phelan Lucas says, I prefer Goldeneye to Perfect Dark. It's just more straightforward, and I find the objectives in some levels of Perfect Dark annoying and detract from the gunplay. I never played the story mode for Perfect Dark. So, I only ever played, like, the multiplayer. The thing about Perfect Dark, though, was that broken-ass sniper rifle that can shoot through walls. Everybody was... But you know what game I really had fun with, that I have a lot of fond memories of playing with friends? We had Quake. I think it was Quake on the PS1 or the PS2. It was one of those. I think it might have been the PS2. And it was 4-player death matches of Quake with the railgun. Dude, what a fun game that was. Quake was the shit. Time Splitters, that was the shit too. Yeah, I played the shit out of those.
I definitely missed out on those when they were new. I did play some Time Splitters though, like afterwards, and it's a very cool game. It's got a lot of personality, just like this one.
Very much. I like that. It's got like a cartoony style to it.
Lot says Perfect Dark was one of the few games where you could use two N64 controllers at once to give you dual thumbsticks. Yeah, that was cool. This game does that as well. I've never actually used that feature though, but it is cool that it exists.
John Ford says, I have the soundtrack to Quake. Yeah, in my Discord server, the Honey Badger Arcade Discord server, we talked a little bit about game soundtracks. And I think somebody mentioned Quake. Because it had, I guess, a kick-ass soundtrack. Time to go. Oh my god, did you see him adjust his tie? Such a pimp!
So, starting with this level, sometimes, I think there's two different levels, this being one of them, where you go back to ones that you were previously at. This is the same snow levels before, but as you see, it's all like red and spooky now.
Oh, they changed the, it's like they're reusing the map?
Yeah, some slightly different objectives though, and now the enemies just constantly spawn and just run at you, which makes it a little bit more challenging.
So you're saying you might die here in this one?
No, hell no.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely not. I'm sure some people may notice that I'm running diagonally a lot.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a quirk of the game. It makes you move faster. So like a speedrunning strategy on original hardware for like frame rate purposes, you would usually stare at the floor and like move diagonally, or sometimes into the sky. But yeah, when you combine like the two like movement types, you just move a little bit quicker.
Yeah. Just sitting in a room with no furniture, waiting for you to show up.
Just absolutely nothing, just standing there, just raw dogging that cabin. I don't think this one ever has anything. No,
it's like an empty
has nothing.
cabin with nothing in it. GoldenEye was based off Virtua Cop, but was taken off rails and became an FPS. Oh, really?
Yeah, I do remember hearing that. Yeah, this game came out like 2 years, I think, after the movie came out, and Nintendo almost canceled it because they kept changing directions and all this type of shit.
Norwegian says, Underground 2 was the best Need for Speed ever made. All went downhill after that.
That's insane. It's definitely Most Wanted. You're allowed to be wrong. It's okay. Underground 2 is awesome also.
Yeah.
Those PS2 era Need for Speeds were amazing.
The soundtrack, Nine Inch Nails did the music for Quake. Yeah. Great Indoors says, I really enjoyed Hidden and Dangerous 2 on PC, but that shooter is almost the complete opposite in gameplay to Goldeneye. Which is, what do you mean by that? Gabriel Phelan Lucas says that there's a GDQ talk about the lead designer. GDQ. Norwegian says
Games
fight
done
me.
quick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, by the lead designer of what? Of Goldeneye? That's cool.
Gabriel Phelan Lucas says Turok has fast diagonal movement too. I never played Turok either. I missed out on most of the N64 stuff.
I played a Turok game on PC like super long ago. It had to have been like early 2000s. I cannot for the life of me remember which one it was though. I would like to go back to it. Me and friends would like, it was a single player game or whatever, but me and friends would like play it co-op and we were like, all right, like we were all sort of like crowd around the keyboard like, okay, you're moving, you're shooting, you're jumping. Like that's how we played co-op.
Yeah.
So in the first version of this, you come in here and there's a console and you power it down, and if you shoot it and break it, you lose. But in this one, it's the opposite. You go in here and you break it. If you try to interact with it, it'll turn on and be like, "Holy shit, you're not a Russian!" Like, and then the alarm goes off and you lose.
Zerang says Need for Speed Most Wanted Black Edition was awesome. Lotus Elise was my favorite car, and I loved ramming cops with Mitsubishi Lancer.
Yeah, that game made me fall in love with the Lotus Elise.
Alright. Gabriel says, I recommend the Night Dive remasters of the Turok trilogy. Great Endure says, meaning H and D2, so that's Hidden and Dangerous 2, is a tactical shooter with slow gameplay but with cinematic music. I've been captured. Crosses arms, all despondent.
Norwegian says, I miss the days when games like Jak 3 were considered a bad entry. Did people think Jak 3 was bad? Oh, I've got the speedrun here too.
Jak 3? You mean like Jak and
Jak
Daxter?
and Daxter 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe at the time.
I remember not preferring it to 2.
Yeah.
I don't remember it being bad.
That franchise is kind of over. Hey, what's up, girl?
Yeah, this scene is always, I mean, this is like what passes for like a cutscene in this, or dialogue. But, because as most people know, like, N64 games didn't really have voices for the most part. Probably I think due to the cartridges, and, like, storage limits.
Yeah.
But this part's always funny to me. It's like, you know, they're talking about like General Armov or whatever. And then I won't make you guys sit through all of it. But then Bond goes,
okay.
"Don't worry, like I'll get us out of here. Like I have a cunning plan." And he tells like the guard he's gonna throw up, and then it doesn't work. And she's like, "Wow, like good job."
That wasn't in the movie.
No, I don't think so.
Do you guys get brought before Mishkin, the I think he's like the Russian government aide? Okay. Yeah.
So I gotta grab that key off the wall with my watch magnet.
Judo chops.
Beat the shit out of this guy. And then there's like throwing knives down here, and this like whatever the fuck this is supposed to be.
Random grate.
This mission can be a little bit brutal, just because you start with like no ammo, so I gotta be pretty smart. It's like single fire.
Yeah. Can't go nuts. And this is the mission. Is this the mission that people often like make video essays about how annoying it is? Because Natalia is like, you have to escort her, or am I? I mean, I don't have a problem with escort missions. I know that they are often complained about. But...
It's super annoying, but the thing is like it almost doesn't matter, because what I do is I keep her in that jail cell until I've cleared the level. Yeah.
And then you just walk her out.
They can run to the exit. Yep.
That's a smart way to do it.
If you don't do that, it's very annoying.
Yeah.
The enemies in this level will definitely dogpile on you if you make too much noise. It's worse if you make noise as compared to like when they shoot. They don't notice it as much as you. Oh well, clearly it's fucked. But a weird quirk of this gun is if you're not aiming and you tap it, it'll like 3-round burst fire like that.
Yeah.
And if you hold it, it'll full auto. But if you're aiming and you tap it, it'll semi-auto. And
oh wow,
you know, full auto when you hold it. It's
firing
weird.
modes.
Yeah, but the thing that's interesting about it is if you aim and you just tap it like this, it actually seems like it counts like a suppressed weapon, and they actually don't hear it.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Critter says, escort missions are annoying when your escort is slow or dies a lot. Otherwise, I think they can be fun. I think it's how you handle it. Like, I think that some games try to, like, they get around it. Like, they cheat with it. For example, The Last of Us, for example. When you're escorting Ellie, like, she'll hide when you hide. But she'll never get spotted. Like, even if sometimes she'll run right in front of an enemy to like go to wherever you went to, and they won't see her. So it's by default, you know, she's just invisible, and I think that's just lazy.
Yeah, it's a little immersion breaking.
Yeah, it is. I think it's lazy. I think that, you know, there's like better ways to do it, but I think they were just trying to avoid the whole, because there were so many complaints about it. I didn't play the remake of Resident Evil 4, but the original Resident Evil 4, when you're with Ashley, I think they handle it a bit better, you know. I mean, occasionally a guy will go grab her, and then you have to go shoot him, and, you know, then you can, like, rescue her or whatever, and I think that worked.
Nova fan says, I heard when making Perfect Dark, the motion cap actors would go through things like having a Sharpie pen jabbed or given a counter to trip, but count it down sooner.
A countdown to trip. Leon, help! Yeah, Leon! you know what? I only recently played through Resident Evil 4, the original version, like last year. I never finished it, and I just said I'm gonna sit down and finish it this time. I liked it. I think that I really like Resident Evil 5 because I have so much fun playing that with my wife. I think that it gets a bad rap. But 4 is not bad.
5 is the one where it's
in Africa.
You, like that girl, right?
Yeah, you're with Sheva. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I shamefully have only ever played Resident Evil 7, so I'm very behind on that. I know that I'm missing. I have to catch up.
Yeah. No. The thing is, I've never played 5 alone. Like where the partner is an AI. I've never done it because I don't think I hear the AI is bad anyways. But I think it's meant to be played with a friend, and so I played it with my wife, and yeah, we had a blast. Actually, one of the guests I had on recently, Aiden Paladin, I talked with her, and she loves Resident Evil 5. I was like, oh, we gotta play that together sometime. So, even though I've played it on this channel a couple of times already, yeah, I'd be down. Norwegian says cool. that always sucks. That's great. I'm not saying I hated it, but it's just a bad tweaking. Oh, they're talking about the racing game. Lat says RE5 is a bad Resident Evil game, but it's a fun co-op action game. Yeah, it's a fun game to play. I wouldn't say it's a good Resident Evil game. Just like 6, I think 6 is fun to play, but it's not a good Resident Evil game at all. It's pretty bad. Gabriel says, I beat RE5 with my sister and dad years ago. Yeah, it's fun to play. I did not like 6. Yeah, I mean, I get it. You can actually shoot her, right? You can kill Natalia.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Like how she runs. It's kind of manly. It's like...
Well, look at her. She's got like linebacker shoulders and like arms and biceps. It's weird.
I know they were going for the feminine at least, but yeah, Natalia's looking a little manly.
I think it's the same character model for everybody. So I think she's just like.
No, I think they like narrowed the waist a bit, but she's got some.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
She's got some shoulders on her.
She does have tits. You're right.
I bet
why would
they
have
go
through the trouble of giving her those and then giving her
they
like,
probably
like
have
Zach Thomas shoulders. It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. It's like the only thing they changed was they gave her a narrow waist and like kind of skinny legs, but she's got like these. Look at those forearms. What the heck? Somebody's curling. Do you like 100%ing games like Resident Evil? Yeah, I mean, look, if a game is fun to play, I will probably just end up 100%ing them without trying. Like, I 100%ed Bloodborne because I had so much fun. And I couldn't stop messing around with builds and things like that, so... Zering says she's wearing poofy sleeves. I'm pretty sure those are traps and, like, you know, deltoids. She's got delts.
That may have been a Seinfeld reference. I hope it was.
Oh, the poofy sleeves. It might have been. Statue part. Oh, it's a statue of Lenin, right? It's Vladimir Lenin.
I believe so.
Yeah. Oh, this is where you meet up with. This is where you meet up with 006.
Yeah.
You have to kill all these people. That wasn't in the movie.
And Michigan, and the guy who plays I can't believe I'm blanking on his name.
Oh, Sean Bean?
No, Valentin Zukovsky. The guy who plays Hagrid in Harry Potter.
He's Hagrid, right. Yeah. I don't remember his name either. Good actor, though. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Robbie Coltrane, maybe?
Yeah, Coltrane. That's right. Yes, Robbie Coltrane.
I think he died like a year or so ago, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Sucks.
What's his name died recently, too? Tony Todd. Do you guys know that? He's the Candyman, and he was in there he is, Robbie Coltrane. Kind of looks like him too.
It's actually one of the better face models.
It is.
It's actually pretty recognizable.
It's pretty good.
I'm gonna make sure I shoot him right after he talks to me, though. And again, canonically, he doesn't die. So
yeah. Gabriel, well, because he's in a couple of the other movies. Says most of the faces for non-film characters are just the devs, so you're shooting the devs. That makes sense because they do look like they are real people's faces. So, LackUCD says a game has to be really enjoyable for me to bother with 100%ing it. I'll also sometimes 100% a game if it unlocks the true final boss or level in a game. So probably with RPGs, that's like a thing. Can you kill the Lenin statue? Shoot his eye out. Fucking communists.
Completely deserved. Morally justified.
Are those guys looking for you? Oh, I guess you're caught.
This is like the meeting place that we're going to.
Yeah.
On the N64 version, it's a little harder to see them. Like, you don't see them just like materialize right there. But,
yeah.
Oh, here we go. I think this is the only mission in the game where I get to use this power shotgun.
Bing. Are you gonna save what's her name from the helicopter?
Yep. Yep, we got to save her from the helicopter, find the flight recorder, or the black box when it pops out, and then get arrested by Michigan. And then the next mission is kind of a pain in the ass on Double Agent. I might actually die.
Curtis says, I always thought it was Stephen Fry that played Hagrid. Oh no, Stephen Fry is hard to miss with that nose. But yeah, Robbie Coltrane is his name. He was in Harry Potter. He was in a bunch of stuff, though. Let's see.
Lot says the game has to be really enjoyable for me to bother to 100%ing it. I'll also sometimes 100% a game if it unlocks the true. Oh, I'm sorry. You might have already.
Yeah, that was what I was saying. Like, you know, some RPGs have like true boss endings or additional. Like, you know, what was the thing in these Final Fantasy games where there's like these like extra difficult hidden bosses. Oh, you did it. He didn't have to. Didn't they like use the ejector seat in the movie to escape before it blew up?
I think so.
Yeah, they did.
If I remember right, yeah.
Yeah, he had to like activate it with his head. Oh no.
Yeah, they do crazy damage. Oh, there we go. That always spawns in a random spot, by the way. There's like 5 different locations in this area that can be in. Also a nightmare for speedrunning. But fun for variety. So now, you know, don't shoot the guys with guns over here, or it's not going to go well for you. Just put your gun away and walk through the gate.
Norwegian or John Ford says, no, I'm sorry. Nobafan says, hot take, but in my opinion, the woman we rescued has a more gootable face than modern Mary Jane. Natalia, like
sad but true.
Shoulders and all.
Somehow a better jawline in this N64 game.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So these guys, like, you'll stay in here, and you know there's dialogue or whatever. They leave a pistol and a magazine here for reasons I have no idea. But you can go smack them. You can pick up the gun. You have to get the gun and the ammo before they blast you.
Oh, I see.
But if you wait here too long, a soldier will come through and be like, "Hey, we got the order. Just kill him." So like,
are you waiting
best
for
to do that
that
now? Well, they're interrogating me, but then like, you know, they'll come in and be like, "Oh,
because they
order came down."
Because they left that gun on the table.
Yeah, not a wise decision.
So this is the difficult level, right? This is the one that's a bit of a pain.
Yeah, the enemies really pile up, and it's a real pain in the ass. Because you can't like shoot through enemies with any of the guns in this level, and so when they pile up, sometimes like they're able to hit you from like behind them, like each other, and you're not able to hit them.
They can shoot through each other, but you can't shoot through them.
Not through each other, but like over each other. Like they shoot from because they're animations, they shoot from like some slightly different angles and such. Oh shit! I don't want these. These are like, you know, you probably remember from playing multiplayer, like infamously garbage. They're the worst gun in the game. They were named after someone from Nintendo, which is kind of funny. Yeah, the Klob is named after Ken Lobb. I don't remember why they named it like that. And I don't know if it's an insult or not, to have it be that bad.
Woo!
So what are your thoughts on seeing this game's like campaign for the first time, despite like playing all the multiplayer?
I mean, I think it's pretty fun looking, honestly. This looks really good for its time. And you know, it's got the music and the idea of all the missions and everything, like the different kinds of, you know, objectives. Shoot down there.
Yeah, they have to get up to my level too, like because the altitude thing, like they physically can't see me.
But they're still programmed to run towards the stairs.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they'll path to me. But they can't see me until they have a like direct like line of sight on the same like height level.
And you can shoot through the railing.
Yep. Yep, I will absolutely abuse that AI quirk.
Why not?
It's only fair.
Nobafan says, speaking of uncompressed audio, apparently the VA for Fox McCloud hasn't changed since N64. The audio quality on the N64 was literally just compression. Why are those guns garbage? Because I don't remember. It's been a while.
Oh, they just do, their accuracy is fucking horrible. They shoot kind of slow for a full auto in this game, and they have the lowest damage of any gun in the game. So, when you 100% this game, meaning unlocking all the cheats for all the difficulties, beating the 2 secret levels, all this kind of stuff. Oh, by the way, Natalia will run off after saving her from that interrogation room. And again, there is a random location that she'll go to out of like a few that she'll pick. Another speedrun nightmare. Oh, here's fucking the best guy ever.
Yeah. Thanks for everything, Carl.
Thanks, asshole.
Maybe Bioshock.
whatever.
Yes, I have played Bioshock. He asked, have you ever tried something like Thief or System Shock 2? So no, not Thief. And I know you're talking about the original ones, not the newer ones. And I never played System Shock or System Shock 2, but I did play Bioshock and Bioshock Infinite. Ugh. And I think that I have all 3 Bioshocks, but I never played Bioshock 2. Soviet Santa. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. he doesn't bring you gifts. He takes your gifts and redistributes them. Carl, communism kills people. Carl! Mishkin, what were you doing in the basement? You were correct. Uh-oh. What happened?
Oh no!
Oh no! What
Fuck.
happened? Did you lose?
Yeah, I have to restart now. Some asshole came in and blew that box up and killed Natalia.
I didn't know those Amazon boxes were, like, explosive.
Oh, everything in this game blows up. Literally everything.
Oh no!
Which was tough on the original game because it would tank the frame rate so hard.
Yeah.
Like, even like this table. Like, the tables, like, blow up. The chairs blow up. Everything blows up. Oh, that sucks. I gotta restart this level now.
They make everything out of nitroglycerin and they put it inside of a casing.
Lat says, all I want for Christmas is a new original N64 game. I wonder how the N64 homebrew scene is. I honestly don't know. I know NES and, like, Dreamcast are going pretty strong. I don't know about N64 though.
Well, there is definitely, you're talking about like homebrew, like people making like
making their own like unlicensed games for a console, which is pretty easy from what I understand on the Dreamcast, and definitely doable on the NES. N64, I have no idea. Oh shit.
Uh-oh. What are these different enemy types? Are they just the same kinds of dudes, but they're just dressed different? Or do they have, like, different... Like, you know...
Like, different health and stuff
no,
like that?
like different
attributes?
weapons or attributes? Yeah, like, there's, like, soldiers with, you know, looks like AKs, like that guy. And then there's, like, these dudes in black trench coats, like KGB guys, like that guy. And there's, like,
these
you know,
just have different weaponry. Sometimes they have different health, but it's not that common.
Wow, they're really blow up that box and kill him. No,
oh shit! Oh shit! Hold on.
Are you stuck? Oh shit!
No, just in a bad spot. Because if I don't get up those stairs, they just keep coming. So I gotta cut their spawning off. There we go.
That was another thing I really like about this is the sounds. The bullet ricochet sounds are so classic. That's like from all the movies, right?
Yeah, for sure. I love the sound effects in this game, like the gunfire, the ricochets, like you said. I love the sound it makes when you impact like an enemy. It's a very satisfying sound.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, somehow like user feedback and shooters has come so far since this game, but this game still feels so satisfying to me.
Mm-hmm. Great Endora says the ones in black are the intellectuals. Yeah. That guy looked like Ron Weasley. That guy you just killed.
Now I'm all paranoid they're gonna come and kill Natalia again like that. I couldn't believe they did that. They usually leave you alone if you're in that room with Mishkin.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost forgot the Stalin picture.
Let's see.
There we go.
NovaFan says, seeing how much harder it is to emulate the N64 perfectly compared to the SNES, GCN, and Wii, it's no wonder, sadly. We're more likely going to see PS1 style games on PC for now. Well, they could look, yeah, the thing is, what was the technological differences? I know the N64 was a more powerful machine than the PS1, but I think it was like the main differences that I think was essentially the frame rate that it was capable of, and the resolution was a bit like, there was something like these graphics, they're kind of like almost like airbrushed, like smooth looking, you know?
It's, yeah, the N64 uses like a very like, I was gonna say harsh, but that's not the right word. A very heavy like anti-aliasing, which gives it like more of a smoother appearance rather than like the PS1's like sharper and like more jagged look.
Now you just gotta hope that they don't blow up the boxes again, and you can't blow them up in advance or anything, right?
Not without killing
you could kill Mishkin, yeah, because he's like right by them. So
I'm also super low. I think like 1 or 2 more hits and I'm done. Because I got really like stuck on those stairs earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone ever play the original Red Faction? I did a little bit. I played 2 a lot more though, and I played that one when it was new and the multiplayer was very fun.
That was the one with the destructible walls and stuff, right? Or am I thinking about something else? Yeah, that's kind of what that series got famous for. All right, she's gonna get in here. I'm gonna close this door, and if I hear a door open, I'm just gonna start shooting. Yeah, right.
Yeah, so anyway, I started blasting. PS1 also used to use a lot of dithering as well. Yeah, the Saturn even more so. The Saturn was worse at hiding it too. But you could see a lot of like checkerboarding. The shadows were very harsh. A lot of really good like 2D arcade games on the Saturn though. And with like the RAM expansion cart, some of those games even got more like animation frames and stuff like that, which is really cool. Like Marvel Superheroes is
on the Saturn.
Good example. Yeah.
Yeah, I have that. I have the Saturn with the it was like a 32 megabyte cartridge that you popped in it, and then you could play like, you know, Darkstalkers and X-Men versus Street Fighter and stuff.
Yeah, I think it came in 1, 4, and 8 megabytes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
There's a, they sell like an action replay of it, which also allows you to do cheats or whatever if you want.
Yeah.
But these days they sell an action replay for super cheap, and it just like automatically detects like what RAM carts the game supports and just picks the best one, which is really nice. Just makes playing the Saturn a breeze if you're, you know, a millionaire and you have like US Saturn games, because they're stupid expensive.
Nice jump. See that guy? Boing.
Holy shit. There we go. I could theoretically get to the level exit in this amount of time, but I can go over here and talk to Valentine again, and he'll extend the time for me.
NovaFan says, for N64, most emulator devs focus on Ocarina of Time and Mario 64, and it's good enough. Yeah, I've never played those games. I didn't have.
You've never played Ocarina of Time?
Nope, never had an N64.
All right, add it to the list.
I didn't play that. I didn't play. What is it? Like whatever. I think the. So I had a friend when I was in high school who had an N64. He was the only person I knew that had one. He had Goldeneye on it, so we did play that together. He had Mario Kart. We played that with a Mario Kart on the N64. I forgot. It was just, what was it just called? Mario Kart 64?
Mario Kart 64?
Yeah. And he did own like Legend of Zelda and some other stuff, but I mean, we were there for the multiplayer stuff, so that's my experience with it. But we did
chat
play
is
Perfect
freaking
Dark.
out that you've not played Ocarina.
I know,
so you know.
I know.
Or Ocarina.
I've never played Ocarina of Time. Critter says Brian has to play an Ocarina of Time randomizer. I mean, I'm cool with like trying blind playthroughs. You want to subject people to Navi, Dean?
Listen,
I know that.
You know, Navi gets a lot of shit, but you know what's way worse is the fucking owl, okay? And if you try to spam B to spam through it, because he'll always say, like, do you understand what I just said to you? Like, are you dumb? And then, you know, the automatic default is, you know, like, yeah, I'm done. Like, if you keep hitting B to try to spam through it. So he'll just repeat it again, and you'll be stuck in a loop. So you have to, like, actually be careful not to just be in an endless loop of dialogue. So I'm more worried about subjecting people to the owl than Navi.
So you drive the tank again. They know what people liked about the movie. Oh, smoosh.
Absolutely.
You can't just run over those cars?
Oh, I can, but it'll hurt me.
Oh, okay.
They'll blow up like everything else in this game. Oh, I forgot. I can't reload while I'm in here because it'll make me hop out. This thing really enhances your health, though, which is nice. You can, you know, no pun intended. You can tank a lot of damage.
Exploding patio furniture.
I'm just running over the landmines and like don't even give a shit.
Oh, those are landmines? I thought there was like tables. It was like a.
You'd be right. I mean, if I were to run over some tables, they'd also blow up. So I mean, you're not even wrong. This was always a really cool scene. Like I'm not
movie?
usually like crazy, about like chase scenes and shit like that. But
no, that's a great
awesome.
great scene. That's a great scene. Wow, they're really going.
They're hammering me.
Throwing
yeah.
rockets and stuff. Critter says, "Why are you not inside the tank?" He's like popped out of the thing. So when you're popped out and you can use your gun, can you also fire the cannon, or do you have to go into the tank to fire the cannon?
I just have to switch to the cannon, like I would switch to another weapon. It's not as efficient to use in this level because there's all those civilians in red running around, and I think killing more than two of them
away from explosions.
Killing more than two of them will make me fail. Even if the bad guys kill them, it'll still like make me fail.
Yeah. Writing
Norwegian says one wrong button click is all it takes to set the owl off. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what that is, but I guess I'm gonna find out.
It's from Ocarina.
No, I know, but I know that you guys are talking about the owl, but I don't know what the owl is.
Critter
there's
says,
a lot of games I never got to finish that I wanted to.
Oh, the story of my life. Critter says, Dean, did you play Majora's Mask? I honestly like it more because of the mechanics. I did, and I like it less also because of the mechanics. I don't like the time with. Also, when I was a little kid, honestly, that moon freaked me the fuck out. It was super, super weird and creepy.
Oh, the big scary moon face that's heading towards the Earth.
Oh yeah, when I'm like 3 or 4, that's
that's like the apocalypse. I mean, that's that's terrifying. I'm an adult, like grown-ass man. I'm like, why would you subject people to this? Like,
it's so much darker than Ocarina. It's weird.
Yeah.
But it's definitely got its fans, and I certainly respect that. I'm more of I like Ocarina. I love Wind Waker. I like
Wind Waker too. I didn't finish it, but I do own it. I like the art style. I thought it was really, I don't know. I just thought it was really appealing.
I agree. I love that kind of like cel-shaded look.
Yeah.
People are very split on that game though to this day.
Really? Wind Waker?
Oh
wow,
yeah.
Dude, what is that? Like a robot? Got it.
A turret. It's just, that particular turret can see me very easily, like through the boxes pretty much, and it's very frustrating. Because I took a lot of damage I shouldn't have.
Yeah. I was a teen when I played. Norwegian says I was a teen when I played Majora's Mask, and the moon even freaked me out to an extent. Yeah, dude. It's like somebody in the boardroom was like, "We're gonna traumatize children with this. Here's what we're gonna do." And it's not even just the face; it's the fact that there's this thing heading towards Earth. Like that's it just seems like some existential shit. I never liked the Wind Waker. I thought it was a fine game, but a mediocre Zelda game. Well, I never finished it, so I don't have anything really to compare it to. I only played, as far as Zelda games go, I've only played, like, what is it? Well, obviously the original Legend of Zelda and Link to the Past. and Wind Waker, and that's it. So I haven't, like, I own some other ones. I think I got Twilight Princess. Is that the first one where you ride a horse? Never started it. It's one of those that I bought.
No, Ocarina is the first one with the horse.
Oh yes, that's right. That's right. But I also had Twilight Princess, and I think that's it. I played Link in Soul Calibur 2.
Great game.
Yeah, I love Soul Calibur.
Yeah, me too. Huge fan. Not of 5 and 6, but of the other ones.
Yeah, I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. I skipped 5. Dean, what are you known from? I don't think...
I'm known from nothing. This is my first live stream. So,
yeah.
Welcome to the debut. Otherwise, you know, I make games, I play games, and I hope to start like a channel where I can make videos about games. So if you're interested in seeing what I have coming up, I just got to edit some of the things I've recorded. You can always sub to me at Sneedcola on YouTube or Twitter or whatever.
Yeah. Sneedcola, it's the logo's right there on the screen. I'll add that to the description of this video. I
appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Lot says Soul Calibur 2 is my favorite Soul Calibur. OG Xbox version with Spawn was my favorite. That's how I played the majority of Soul Calibur 2. Also, I played on Xbox. Spawn was very fun. That ranged move that you could do was very cheap, and I really enjoyed pissing my friends off with that.
Yeah. Thanks, Critter, for the sub. I assume you're talking about Sneed Cola.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. My first.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. And I gotta conserve ammo for this
train,
part.
right? Yeah.
Pistol. Yeah.
He's going to ram us. You haven't run into Zanya Onatop yet, have you? Is she in this in the playthrough, the story mode? I assume you have to run into her at some point.
She makes her first appearance in this level, I believe.
Okay.
At the end.
That was Famke Janssen's first role that I know about, by the way. She went on to play Jean Grey in the X-Men movies.
Huh.
Did you not know that?
I don't think I ever realized that, no.
Shit. Yeah. She, in those old Bryan Singer X-Men movies, she played Jean Grey. That was the same... That was Famke Johnson.
Huh. I have to go back and watch that. Can't find you, sorry. It should be the same name, SNEEDCOLA, no space. It's okay. I'm sure Brian will link it.
I will.
Certainly appreciate you trying.
Are you on a YouTube channel, or are you going to be, is it like your Twitter or website, or...?
I have a YouTube and a Twitter and a Twitch, and it's all the same name.
Oh my goodness, these guys are...
Oh yeah, this is brutal. Not my best run.
This isn't even the end yet, is it? I mean, like, we still have a little ways to go.
Yeah, this level's not too long, but like, you know, it's just constantly enemies bunching up. Yeah. Oh. Yep, it's okay. Is that my first death so far? Or so?
That's your first death.
Not my first mission fail.
No, your mission fail was what's her name? Or yeah, dying. Or what's his name?
I'm most of the way through the game. So on the hardest, first death, not too bad.
Yeah.
I'll play real smart.
Let's see. Norwegian says Brian should try Banjo-Kazooie if he ever gets the chance. That game was awesome. Yeah, never played it. I heard they made some newer version that was awful. With like something with building your own vehicles or something.
Oh, the 361 nuts and bolts. Yeah, I know people are mad as fuck about that. I can never ever like unhear JonTron's video on that. It's just legendary because that's like his favorite series of all time. And he's just like, cars, you build fucking car. Oh man, I miss those OG JonTron videos.
Whatever happened to him?
He still makes content, but he doesn't really do game stuff anymore. So, you know, I'm not really that interested in the other stuff. I'm, you know, a game guy like through and through.
Sketches or
like he made one on like his most popular video now is on like flex tape or something. Which it's like, you know, he's still funny. You know, I still like him, but you know,
Yeah.
I like the subject matter of gaming more. Like his Takeshi's Challenge video was so good. If you don't know what that is, anyone in the chat or even Brian,
No,
it's like this crazy Famicom game that this like Japanese actor like had made and like was a part of, and it's just like the hardest, most ridiculous game I've ever seen. And it makes really no sense. I don't know if it's even beatable without a guide. I don't want to ruin it. I would really, like, if you guys want to go look up Takeshi's Challenge on JonTron's channel, you know, it's worth a watch.
So these guys just spawn behind you? Is that what it is?
I think they come out of some of the doors there that I can't open.
Ah.
Yeah, and they don't come out until I reach like a certain point, so that they should be in the back. You know, they made me die on stream, so now I gotta be smart, and I gotta be cheap, and I gotta employ all the tricks.
Anybody ever played, there was a game I was kind of interested in. It was called Battlefield Bad Company, I think, that had destructive environments as well, or you could just destroy everything.
Yeah, I actually played through the campaign of that super recently.
Yeah? What'd you think?
This is a very unpopular opinion, but I did not enjoy it. Oh, Noba. Yes, there you go. Mormons. Yeah. Yep, that's a reference to that video. I did not enjoy it at all, really.
Yeah.
The most appealing part of the game to me was like the dialogue. And like the character dialogue was very funny and really enjoyable.
Yeah.
But the thing was, is the gameplay in between was extremely bland, and the whole like loop was this. It was all like funny dialogue, bland gameplay, regroup with the smoke, funny dialogue, rinse, repeat for the entire campaign.
Yeah.
And people have fond memories of the game, but I really did not enjoy it. I didn't play 2 though, or at least I didn't play the campaign for 2. But I've otherwise played like every Battlefield game.
Lat says, I only played Battlefield Bad Company 2, barely remember 1. Maybe, I don't know which one. I mean, I never played either of them. I just know, like, the destructible environments, or at least supposedly.
Here's Xenia, by the way.
Yeah, I see her. Her net shirt.
I just filled her full of holes, but, you know, canonically she's not dead, so.
Well, you hit her boobs. Bulletproof. No offenses. For anyone interested, JonTron got married while Destiny is still a cuck. Well, not
I saw
surprising.
that. Yeah, Destiny will always be a cuck.
Yeah, he will.
And he deserves everything that happens to him.
For sure.
JonTron, I didn't know was Orthodox, so that's pretty fucking cool.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I saw the picture of him and his wife.
Is that recent?
You know,
I thought he was like, for some reason, I thought he was a Middle Eastern guy. Not that it matters, but
I think he's like Lebanese Christian or something like that.
yeah, that's awesome.
I could be wrong. Don't quote me. But yeah, the picture I saw, it was in an Orthodox church. Good for him.
Very dope. Thanks for subscribing. It's Be Me Gaming. It's Be Me Gaming. Thank you for subbing. So, like, I have this thing that I'm doing this month, right? Where I'm, like, trying out... I just theme them around trying new games. Like I was doing for the It's Jane Game Jam, which I'm still doing.
Oh, she didn't do the password? No.
Oh, no. Do you have to start over?
I guess.
Or is it just a failure?
No, I've got to start. I can maybe hop to another playthrough that I already have the next level unlocked. I don't think anyone wants to see Train again.
What do you guys
think?
think?
Very butthurt, though. What do you think?
Just you
next
play
level?
and see what. Do you guys want him to like reload the level after this, or do this one over? Because he dropped the ball, or Natalia dropped the ball. Women, am I right?
Natalia.
They want to be treated equal. They can't even put in a fucking password. John Tron's parents are immigrants. Yeah. Lat says, I don't know if he is... Oh, he says destructible environments like Half-Life 2 Episode 2. You played Half-Life 2 Episode 2, right, Brian? Right? No, I have not. Like, for the longest time, I didn't even have a PC that could play anything. I do have the orange box on, like, my PS3. But the only thing I played on that was Portal, which I enjoyed.
Don't worry, I can take the heat too. I've never played either of the Half-Life games. I do have it on PS2 though. It was a little expensive to acquire for a PS2 game, but I do have it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's one of those. It's one of those in my queue with so many others that I haven't played. That I actually held on to because I was like, well, I want to stream these, you know, at some point, even ones I've never played before. Shame Brian, shame him. Admonish me. Let's see. Lat QCD says, and I'm sure it's tongue-in-cheek, he should start the entire game over from the beginning for failing this mission.
Very based. I'm here for it. Let's do that.
Yeah, right. Let's see. Lat says, even Lord Gavin's mercy can't save Brian's soul from eternal damnation and fake gamer hell. It's like, what's the list of games? What are some games that if you did not play it, you are legitimately not a gamer? Can you guys throw some in there? Just to make sure, I want to see where my cred level is at. What's my social credit score in gaming, in the gamer land?
Ocarina of Time definitely has to be one of them. Hate to say it.
Yeah. I'm sure it is.
There's so many, like, you know, top tier, like, legendary games I've not played yet. Metal Gear Solid being one of them. I always get shit for that.
Metal Gear Solid 1.
I've never played any of them, but
yeah. I mean, I admit, I was pretty blown away by that one. Just like the original Silent Hill. I was pretty blown away by that at the time. Oh, shit. And you didn't play you said the only Resident Evil you played was 7, right?
7.
So,
yeah.
Yeah,
I did really enjoy it, though. I did think it was very good.
Yeah, my only issue with 7 is I don't know, there wasn't enough enemy types, like in terms of like regular enemies, but yeah, I thought it was good. Definitely made for VR. I never played it in VR. All right, here's what
I've never played a VR game in general.
Yeah, that's what I think that's what 7 was made for. Let's see. Norwegian says, for what it's worth, Brian, I'm going to Gamer Hell 2. NovaFan says, Mario 64. I guess that's one of your games on your list that you have to play. Gabriel says, DMC 1 and 3. Yeah, no, I played all of the Devil May Cries except for Devil May Cry 4. I just skipped it because I didn't hear great things about it. So, John Ford says, American McGee's Alice. I've never played that. And The Madness Returns are good. Never played that either. Brian, have you ever played any Super Smash Brothers games? Yes. I played I have the one on the GameCube, Melee. And yeah. I liked it a lot. And I guess there was one on it was like a Wii console. I don't know which one. Brawl. I played that one with some other people who owned it. I never owned it, but yeah, I played some. I liked Wario. I always played Wario in Mario Kart 64. I played Wario. I think he was on that one, right? Or was it Double Dash? I also have Double Dash, but Mario Kart Double
I don't
Dash.
think he was in... I could be wrong, but I don't think he was in 64. I think it was Double Dash.
Yeah, I know he was in Double Dash, but I think he was in both of them. He might have been. But yeah, I played Wario.
I don't know.
DMC4 Special Edition is awesome. Lat QCD says Max Pat 1342 and shall cast them into the furnace of fake gamers. There shall be wailing 12-year-olds and mashing of buttons. And Nova Fan says Melee is a good one. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. I mean, I guess like this last one has like, you know, the biggest roster ever. You know who I like to play in Melee too was actually they had Link from Wind Waker in that. He was one of the playable characters in Melee, I think.
Yeah, not in Melee, but in the ones after that. It used to be in Melee.
There were a couple of
Link.
Links. There was Young Link, and then there was like, yeah, just Link.
Yeah, there was Ocarina of Time, like Adult Link, and then Young Link from Ocarina, and then they changed Young Link to Toon Link in the games after, I think.
Yeah. I think you might be right.
Okay. All right, this mission's a little tough, but I think I'll be okay. Now Natalia follows me, but she's kind of useful. Like, she's got a revolver. So.
Oh, good. Well, we're coming up on the end now. We can probably finish this with a good amount of time left. Let's say Melee had Majora's Mask, Young Link, Brawl, and after was Toon Link. Okay, so I know I did play Toon Link, but it must have been on somebody else's game. Lat says, Brian, Italian plumbers all look the same to me. Yeah.
That was way
except for Waluigi, he obviously stands out. When you realize that hell is just one long, unskippable cutscene, that you know what? It also has to have QuickTime events that are like impossibly difficult to do. That's like the bane of my existence. Like that's the thing about Resident Evil 5 that I hate are the QuickTime events. Least fun. I don't know how many times I had to hear Wesker tell me about how he was going to saturate the earth.
Is 5 the one where you play as the guy who like uppercuts the rock or whatever?
Yes, boulder punching. That's Chris Redfield punching boulders.
I've seen people shit on that, but you know I haven't seen it.
Dude, I think I don't know. It doesn't bother me at all. I think it's funny. It's obviously like this is the thing about Japan that I think happened. Okay, Japan loves American movies, and at the time, like our movies were like cartoonishly over the top, like Michael Bay and shit. And I think it influenced what they do because they're such like they're so into American culture, and so they're like we're gonna reproduce that. And I think that's why like Resident Evil 6 was even Resident Evil 4, which a lot of people consider a darling. Resident Evil 4 does go a bit off the rails towards the end. It does go a bit off the rails. You end up on a military base and there's like militarized zombies or infected or whatever. You gonna blow up the bridge?
No, I'm gonna bait Xenia into coming over onto the bridge, and then I'm gonna use this to take most of her health away.
Oh, okay. So she's coming.
Oh yeah.
Ow.
And
how do we know how much health she has?
AI?
Oh yeah, right. Oh no.
Xenia. There's none now. Yeah, she was stupid hot in that movie. Like obnoxiously.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, absolutely. That's what put her on the map, I think. You know?
It's the only thing I ever really knew her from. I guess you told me about the X-Men thing, but I didn't even realize
she's in the X-Men movies. She doesn't look, it's not the same. She's not as hot. Because I don't know, like, I guess it was a few years later, or sometime later, so she was already starting to, like, show a little bit of her age. But yeah, and, like, the original Goldeneye, that was peak Famke Janssen right there. She was in a bunch of other stuff. I'm sure there are, like, cinephiles that can tell you what else she was in, but that's the earliest thing I know.
Is that the hottest Bond girl? Is there a hotter Bond girl than that? I can't think of it.
Okay, look, I'm telling you, she's my favorite. That's why, like I said, when I play GoldenEye, I always play Xenia on the top. She was my favorite, like, I don't even know if she counts as a Bond girl. Like, do the Bond girls are just women that are in the movies, or are they the women that he ends up banging? Because he doesn't end up banging her. He almost does, because obviously he can't.
They do that weird, like...
resist. Well, it's almost,
that weird, like,
but...
half sex, half fight scene thing.
Yeah. Well, he's about to, and he was even ready, like, well, I know she's my enemy, but I'm putting the gun down. And they start messing around. Then he realizes she's trying to kill him. She's like a sadist or whatever, sadomasochist. So honestly, and this might come across as like, I think that Goldeneye was trying to be a little bit more progressive. But they were working within those limits of the 90s. Like, we weren't quite there. Like, the subversion wasn't complete. But you could tell because they made M a woman, which played by Judi Dench, and she immediately gives Bond a dressing down when they first meet. So you know they're trying to set the tone that, like, this guy is old hat, but at the same time, people want to watch more Bond films. And they were kind of shitting on the old Connery ones where he would be slapping women on the ass and, seducing his enemies.
That was the best part of Goldfinger.
That was right, but that was it was a pussy galore, right? And
I mean, even then, like, he's at the resort or whatever, about to like play cards.
He's hanging out with that other girl, and he slaps her, right?
He's just like, take a break, sweetheart, and just slaps her on the ass. But like,
men are talking.
It's Sean Connery, bro. You can get away with that.
No, for sure. No, well, that's the thing, though. Like, they, at the time, I'm sure everybody was entertained. I know they were. I mean, people still talk about it like it's the best. He's the best Bond. But I think in GoldenEye, they were trying to address it. That's why they made, for example, Natalia like a super intelligent programmer that like outdoes like the guy, Boris. So she's like the smart girl boss. And, Xenia is like the woman that basically has more sexual power than James Bond does. And that's what they were trying to do. But I mean, like, I don't care. Like, I don't, I think it was good anyway. But I could tell that that's what they were trying to do. Like, you can see that with almost every female character that appears in that movie. Like, Moneypenny and Bond have a conversation, and she kind of shuts him down. And then M, gives him a dressing down. And then, Natalia eventually, like, falls for him. But, it's on her terms. I would look. It's a good movie. I still love GoldenEye, but watch it again and pay attention. You'll see how they did that. You may have
surgically ruined that movie for me.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just.
but look, that's a great observation. I completely agree. Now that you say that.
Yeah, no, that's what. That's why he doesn't. Because look, if that movie was made in like the '60s and it was like Sean Connery, he would have fucked all the women. Like he would have, and they would have been like he would have made Xenia Onatopp. She would have been reformed. She'd be like, you know what? Obviously, I have daddy issues, and I don't deal well with pain, and and I'm gonna change. Like that's like Pussy Galore was the villain until she got to know him, and then she became a hero. And even then, and that's the thing too that people miss. Even in the '60s, they were trying to some degree, address like women as, I don't know, in like a different light, because wasn't Pussy Galore like the leader of like a special like cohort of like female spies and soldiers and assassins? Like they were already trying to do that back then, but it wasn't enough. And that's the thing about progressivism, like
it's never enough.
It's never enough, right? It's a constant like, oh well, everything that came before is obviously bad, so we got to do it again. It's like presentism. It's like, now we have to do that. That's why everything just gets worse and worse and worse. And when somebody says, when did this start? You have to like kind of shatter their delusion by saying, well, it's probably before you were born. And you kind of have to look at it that way and be willing to. And that's the thing, like I'm at the point now where I'm like, well, I can still enjoy things and also know that there's like subversive stuff happening. That's why when I interview you guys and I said, what is a sacred cow? That people are like, oh, no, this game wasn't woke or whatever. And you can actually point to some things that are there that are like, no, this is obviously like the, it's like a step towards that, like Baldur's Gate 3, like a lot of people will say it's a great game, and I agree, it's a good game in terms of gameplay and all that. But when you look
super woke though,
yeah, it was super
very
woke
subversive.
though. Yeah, it was like very subversive, exactly. And it's just true. And then the reason, like, we only have a Dragon Age Veilguard because there was a Baldur's Gate 3, or Life is Strange or whatever. So, and I'm not saying those games can't exist.
Things. Yeah, no, for real. Yeah. No, I mean, like, these people have to do things like incrementally. Like, if they were to go full throttle from the start, people would have rejected them entirely.
Yes,
it's a very long process. Like, if you would have had like the stuff we have today in like the 20s, it would have been wouldn't have went well for them.
Yeah, but
you know,
the
little
good
by
thing
little.
is, if you know they're doing it, you can probably still like, you know, have a good time with it, and the messaging will just like you'll be like, yeah, I see what you're doing, but I'm not gonna buy it, right? But I'm invincible.
Yeah, he'll pull a gun on you, and then you just come over and take it. Like, give me that shit, pussy. If you shoot him when he pulls a gun on you, Natalia says, "I saw that on the cameras. You're a piece of shit," and gets mad and you fail.
Oh no, we're breaking up. You killed a guy who pointed a gun at you.
The funny part about Boris is, like in the movie, like he's known as like a super like horn dog or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the actor's gay.
Oh,
though,
Alan
which is kinda
Cummings
funny.
is so gay. He is very, very out. Also played Nightcrawler in the X-Men movies. It's another one.
Oh, holy shit!
Yeah, same guy. Yep. He played
Holy
it.
shit.
What a waste of a character, though. Like the Nightcrawler scene in the X-Men 2, it was X2, was really good. And then like he was useless after that. He just like just a dude in the background. Yeah, Bryan Singer's kind of
happens too
overrated. So yeah, for sure.
Norwegian says this might be an unpopular opinion, but I say Skyrim should be on the wholly avoid gamer hell list. Everyone plays Skyrim at some point. I may be misunderstanding that. I'm not sure if that's a rebuke of Skyrim or an endorsement of Skyrim.
I don't know. I never played Skyrim. You know those Morrowind games, like that whole like Elder Scrolls thing for RPGs?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just didn't really get into it. I did play like some Fallout. I played Fallout 3 from start to finish, and I never played a Fallout game before that or after that. And I thought it was all right, but I don't know. Like that kind of RPG, it just really, I don't know. It just didn't really pull me in. Norwegian says, I gotta replay it again at some point. I only played the original and not the visually enhanced version. Talking about Skyrim, you get shot. Funny,
This
when the
part
bullets hit
is,
you, my phone vibrated.
This part is a bitch. This is one of the hardest parts of the game. Because they'll come down here and they'll shoot her. She dies very easily.
Yeah. Oh,
And this
she's
is
just sitting there in the middle, like, she done?
Yeah, and this is a wide range to cover.
Yeah.
Especially with this this gun's not very accurate. This is like a lot of speedrunners complain about this section. It's a total bitch because it takes a very long time. So if you mess up like in any real way,
You have to do the whole thing over.
Like it's a real pain to redo. I was never like that interested in speedrunning for almost any other game.
Yeah.
But YouTube recommended me some speedrunning videos for this game, and I thought it was neat. So, you know, I kind of got into it.
Do the guards prioritize you or Natalia when they come down?
It actually depends on where they're coming from. The ones that come from the top seem to prioritize me, and the ones that come from the bottom seem to prioritize her. I don't know if that's exactly true, but it's the trend that I feel that I've noticed.
She's so slow. Look at that guy sniping from way back there.
Oh yeah. I'm not doing so hot on the ammo either. Oh, fuck me.
Uh-oh.
Jeez, hurry the fuck up. There we go.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm right.
alright. I don't want to jinx it. That went relatively well.
She's coming now?
You should be all done. And now they won't shoot at her anymore. So she's safe to go back to wherever she was.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Norwegian says, I started playing it again today. You never quit Skyrim. Lat says, true, I'd have to restart my save files though, because I think my original one got corrupted by some mod that didn't fully uninstall when I removed it. Derek's Ho Corner 2013 says, hi there. Hi, Derek's Ho Corner 2013. Welcome to the stream. You are new. Feel free to hang out and subscribe if you enjoy yourself. We are playing, well, I'm not, but Dean here is playing Goldeneye 007. for N64 on Xbox Game Pass. That like it's kind of a mouthful.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm playing it through Game Pass on the Series S at the moment.
On the Series S, yeah. That was a smart move for them to get this one, huh? Like, do they have any other classics on there? Oh yeah, because they do own Rare now, yeah.
It was just they've been trying to negotiate with Nintendo for like decades at this point to, you know, put GoldenEye on something.
Yeah, because they put that Killer Instinct game on there. That's right.
Yeah, they have the Rare Replay collection where they have like all the old Rare games, including like Perfect Dark and stuff.
Didn't Rare give us
Perfect Dark coming out too?
But Rare also gave us Donkey Kong Country, which I assume is not on there.
Oh yeah, no, we're definitely not getting that. Or
that was
Donkey Kong
game,
64.
Though. Love Donkey Kong Country. Never played 64 though.
I think people generally don't like 64. I don't remember why.
I don't know. The only reason why I wasn't really interested in it is because the Donkey Kong Country had that. Well, essentially what it was is they took these like 3D like CGI models and turned them into pixel graphics, but it was still like really cool looking to me,
Yeah, the like pre-rendered visuals, like Mortal Kombat had kind of like that.
Yeah, but more like what Killer Instinct was. Lat says the hate D64 gets today, I generally don't get. No idea. What are you doing? Uh-oh. Are you dying?
No, I'm good. I just did not think that guy was still there. He usually comes out like during that last section.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't. Oh fuck. I hope I placed those okay. All right, good.
Lat says they complain it has too many collectibles, but I never felt like it was a chore. Everybody's talking about the whole Donkey Kong just started a new conversation apparently.
Yeah, I think I do remember that being the criticism, was like it was too much of a collectathon or whatever, but I thought that was like half the appeal of a game like that, so I wasn't really sure what the issue was. Okay, cool. That's probably the hardest section of the game.
Well, there you go. Gabriel says Nintendo never had any rights to GoldenEye. They just threatened to cut ties with Activision to block the remaster of GoldenEye years ago. That's
lame. I know they remastered it for 360 and they never got to release it.
Whatever happened to the I remember there was rumblings of a Perfect Dark sequel or remake or something that resulted in like a jawed up Joanna Dark, but like did that game ever come out or?
It's in production.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be woke and lame. So I don't really care.
For sure. No, I don't.
And
either.
the new Fable is gonna be woke and lame. I don't care.
Christ. It looks ugly.
I really like the original Fable though. So
yeah, my wife liked Fable, the original one. Isn't that the one where you can like fart in public to like raise your hand? And get into a small room and fart and become more evil.
I know. People kind of hate that game, I guess because Peter Molyneux like way overpromised and I guess kind of underdelivered on some of the features. That being said, though, like I was too young at that point to even be aware of that, so I just kind of played the game for what it was and enjoyed it for what it was. At this point, it's like one of my favorites on the console.
Gabriel says it's listed on Steam. Lat says it's like saying Doom has too many enemies to kill. Right. Admittedly, I know that a lot of people like Doom Eternal more than the 2016 Doom. Is that when it came out? 2016? Yeah. Are you supposed to kill those scientists or?
No, he was a little closer to the blast than I thought he was. I want him to run off. I can injure them, I'm not supposed to kill them. I have to destroy the computer that he's next to, though. Yeah, I think, I remember when it came out, people really loved Eternal, and now it seems like people have kind of turned on it. I've only played a little bit of Eternal, and I actually can't even pinpoint why it just doesn't click with me the way 2016 does. I have to go back and play it some more.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I liked Eternal, but I think I liked 2016 more, and I think the reason is because Eternal started to feel a lot like I don't know, like a Smash TV. Like you go from your arena to arena, and there's like a whole. It didn't feel like there was a story unfolding. It felt, and there was like a lot of platforming, and I didn't love the platforming. I wanted to do more of the gunplay stuff. I liked Eternal, but I kind of prefer the way that 2016 did like the story, where it was sort of unfolding through the action. I like games that do that, you know.
Yeah, I think there's definitely something to be said about games that do that. A lot of people prefer that. I don't mind like cutscenes and shit as long as they're good.
I mean, I don't need the story to be deep. It's Doom. It's not a deep story. But I'm saying, like...
Nobody plays Doom for this story.
You feel like you're moving from one place to another. I think... Is Doom the one where there's like a ship and you can like find things to put on the ship, or is that Eternal? I can't remember which one. Like you're on a ship or a base of some kind. There's like a hub world or a...
I don't remember that from 2016, so it's gotta be Eternal. 2016, we were talking earlier about the games that we liked enough to 100%. Doom 2016 was definitely one of those for me.
Yeah.
I think I did it twice, actually, on PS4 and Xbox.
Gabriel says, I preferred Eternal, but the bosses were worse than 2016. Yeah, I don't know. It was something about, like, Eternal's gameplay loop, I think, is set up to where you have to be in constant motion, and you're basically, like, you will run out of ammo really fast if you're not playing the game the way that the game wants you to play it, where you're just like moving from enemy to enemy, killing them really quickly, switching weapons really quickly, you know. And I guess for a lot of people that is what it's supposed to be, but I kind of like that 2016 let you like do things your own way. You could almost approach it like you could have your favorite weapon and use that, you know. Whereas in, I think, Eternal, like they want you to go through all of them and use every tool constantly. I don't know if that makes sense. You kill an enemy and they would like drop more ammo, or they would drop more of something else, and you had to use certain, you know, health or armor or whatever it was. And that was just to, basically it was rewarding being really aggressive, and that's how you got rewarded.
No, that makes total sense. And looking back on it, I think you're exactly right. I do remember feeling less free and also just running out of ammo constantly in that game.
Yeah. Lat says juggling weapons and non-stop moving is what makes it fun and what original Doom was about. No, I don't disagree. I'm not saying that it's objectively bad. I'm just saying that, and I liked it. I like Doom Eternal as well, but I have a preference for things that are a little bit more, well, I don't know, methodical, I guess. Eternal also makes every weapon useful, so they're all your favorite weapon. Yeah. Hey, does anybody remember that game SOCOM?
Of course.
Dude, that game was tight.
I have.
There hasn't been anything like
PS2,
that. That's pretty pretty innovative, wasn't it? Yeah, it was on PS2.
I think the only one I played like actually was on PSP. I think it was Fireteam Bravo, back when that was new. But I own the PS2 one now. I just I have not played it. But the concept in general is very cool. I wish that PlayStation would make another one, but I kind of don't see it happening. And if they do, it's probably going to be woke and lame, like all the other games are.
Secret Passage.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of enemies in there.
Yeah, they shoot at me instantly, so I got to make sure I blow those things up and then get them out of the way. And this gun will penetrate some surfaces, so it's the best one to use for that, because sometimes I can shoot them through that and kind of get away without taking a hit.
Yeah, I don't like. Why hasn't there been anything like that since? Like where you have like a headset.
Oh shit! Oh, that took a lot of hits. That's not good. I completely forgot that was there.
Can you get health, or
sorry.
is it just like?
You can get body armor.
Yeah.
You can never replenish your health. You can just add to like a separate meter.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's body armor on this level. At least not on this difficulty. On some, yeah, they change like whether there's body armor or not, depending on your difficulty. They make sure to make the game real hard.
Let's see. Oh. So what are some? Oh, let me look at my other games I can play. Have all the fun. Thank you, commenter. I don't know who that is. Oh yeah, that was on the video announcing that I'm gonna be doing this stream.
Oh no, there's one more guy in there.
Oh no.
Fuck.
W stream sub. Thank you, FPV Mystique. But you know what? Follow the Twitter handle. It's Base Gaming. It's in the description. Because that's where more like playthroughs are going to be. I'm going to be doing playthroughs here too. You know, like I said, I'm currently going through some martial arts themed games. But I will add the, yeah, I thought I would, because like last month, was it like October, I did like, you know, spooky games. I also have this game I gotta finish, #blood. I think there's like one more session's worth of gameplay for that. Thank you for the sub. And but yeah, I'm gonna be doing I think I uploaded some demos. There was this one Indonesian developer, they made a game called Acts of Blood, and they have the demo, and it's like pre-alpha, right? And it looks really good, but it like crashed on me while I was doing the video recording, and I was like, you know, and it was like Indonesian developer, first game they ever made. Like I said, it did look pretty good, but you could tell it was a indie like effort, and it was like one of their first attempts, and it was basically like The Raid. You ever see The Raid? It was like this Indonesian action movie.
No, never heard of it.
It's great. Have you ever seen the Judge Dredd film from like 2012 with Carl Urban?
I have not.
Oh man,
Nope.
That's a good movie. Yeah, so anyway, the Raid is like this Indonesian action film, and like one of the actors from that, I think he ended up in like one of those, like one of the later Fast and Furious movies. Not that that's, you know, I think
A
he's
particular
too close.
flex. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it is, but is he gonna move?
I hope so.
But anyway, yeah, so it's based on The Raid, so I guess if you've never seen it, it's like Indonesian action or martial arts movies. They're usually like in the modern times, they're usually really gritty and violent. And you know, that was a solid one, The Raid. But if you like kung fu movies, it's worth checking out. If you like good fight choreography and stuff, yeah. It's a good
What
one.
counts as a martial arts centered game?
Oh, they could
Like
be beat 'em ups. They could be fighting games.
Okay.
Usually they're like beat 'em ups or action games. Like, you know, I guess it depends on how broad I want to speak. But I'm looking specifically at games that are like that have an Asian, like East Asian aesthetic to it, preferably Chinese. But if it isn't, that's okay, because you can find Japanese games that fit the bill really easy,
Ooh.
right?
I have a good one.
Yeah.
Now that I think of it, a very underrated game. You ever play Sleeping Dogs?
Oh, I have it. Yeah, that is a good example. Yes, that's an example of what I mean. That's a good example. And even like the Yakuza game, I don't know which one, but I have the first one, and I think there was a remake of the first one. I have that one too. The first one has crazy long load times though, but
Really?
But yeah. Or, you know, like I guess like a Dynasty Warriors game. That could be an example. I look for some indie ones. like I mentioned, Axe of Blood. There was another one that I was trying to record today that also crashed on me. It was like Fire, Death, Sword, something. It was obviously made in China. But I mean, it had an interesting gameplay, but it just crashed on me. But I also have Sifu. Sifu is great. That's a fantastic game. And there is another one that, oh yeah, there's this great party game called Mad Streets. Oh, hilarious game. And Lat mentioned Senran Kagura. I have that one. I have Senran Kagura Estival Versus. It's basically ninjas. Ninja girls. It passes the Bechdel test. It's, it's lesbian friendly. It's got everything that these people want. And, the girls are hot. So, well, they're hot waifu characters. But I might do that on
another good one.
Dead or Alive, yeah. Yeah, I have Dead or Alive 5. I used to have, like, the older one. I think it was, like, 2 and 1. But, yeah, Dead or Alive 5, I have that one. I mentioned Sifu already. And, like, beat-em-ups could work. I have Streets of Rage. And River City Girls. It was obviously made in China, though. Like, it was a Chinese developer. And that was actually a thing that, like there's, the Chinese are making, like, games that don't have, like, the woke politics in them, like Black Myth Wukong. But they're also simultaneously investing in, like, investors that, promote that stuff. And I think the purpose of it is to essentially, like, so that they can compete. But whose fault is that, though? Is that China's fault, or is that Western developers' fault? Because I think it's Western developers' fault. And maybe they should be rewarded, and then maybe, Western devs will wake up and change things. I almost don't want to play it because it just means that there's one fewer game that's left to play. Ryan is the CCP operative we didn't expect. I haven't played through Senran Kagura Estival Versus, been saving it for a rainy day. It's the only, that's the only Senran Kagura game I ever played, and I unlocked almost everything in it. And I don't know. It was okay. But I might save that for another thing. I might do like a theme for December as, more of like a, sexy girl waifu themed month, and may put Senran Kagura in there with that. Because I have this other game that I never finished. It's called Gal Gun. You guys ever heard of Gal? Oh, it's actually Gal Gun 2. You ever heard of that?
Yep.
You like shoot, I don't know, a gun that makes women fall for you or whatever, and it's like it's kind of like a, not an on-rails shooter, but it's like one of those, Operation Wolf type shooters. I guess it is on rails in a way. But I thought that would be really
Wolf,
funny.
or like one of the Terminator arcade games, like that kind of.
Yeah.
Like a side-scrolling, like on-rails shooter.
Well, you're not in control, but I guess you go from one point to another point, and then from there there's like a couple different camera angles, and you just move to them and shoot at the girls. It's pretty funny. So, and I think obviously it's a triggering game, which is why I bought it. So it sounds like I don't even know if I like this kind of thing, but it's gonna like piss off the right people, so why not? So that Dragon's Crown, that's another one that I have. I actually thought it was a good game, despite its graphical choices. What else?
Is Dragon Crown is that the game with the sorceress with the fucking obscenely huge tits?
Yeah, it is. But I like it because it reminds me of this Capcom had this arcade game called Dungeons and Dragons Shadow over Mystara or something like that. And it was like a 4-player co-op beat-em-up game with like role-playing elements, and that's what Dragon's Crown is. I mean, yeah, the art is, obscene. I played
Listen, Brian, I like it because the titties too. It's fine. You don't have to be ashamed.
But they are kind of ridiculous though. I mean, but I think that's what and then I think that he got a lot of shit for that. The devs over at Vanillaware, they got a lot of shit for that, right? And I remember him saying, well, if you're not, if you don't like our female characters, perhaps you prefer the dwarves. And he put like these like super muscular dwarf guys, and they're all like shirtless and holding each other. And you know what? The truth is they probably do. So Bob Seanley.
Probably do.
Yeah, right. But I might do a playthrough with the Amazon instead. She's a little bit more action-packed to play as, so... I love fan service games like that because they're always over the top and hilarious. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying. Like fan servicey games. That's probably a good way to put it.
I think the only one of those I ever bought was Dead or Alive Extreme 3 when it was new because the feminists were shitting on it.
Yeah,
and not that I even like cared about the game. But I was like, fuck them. Like,
Are these guys supposed to open the door for you, or that why you're escorting them?
No, the door should be open. Unless there's a key card I didn't get. But I didn't think that was the case.
Yeah. Yeah, fan service games in December. I might do that. Christmas comes more than once a year. Well, it's right after No Nut November, so that's kind of what I was thinking. Dick destroyed December.
I'm not sure why the door is not open.
Uh-oh.
All the objectives are complete. I just have to go through that door, and there's a corridor past that.
Yeah.
And that's the level end.
What are some other fan servicey games, guys? I might not be able to play that many of them, but I know that Steam has a lot of like gooning games. I'm not trying to go that far. I just want something that's gonna
Steam
make me
has
laugh.
some
Yeah,
crazy
I know they do.
shit.
I know they do.
When I first started entertaining like playing like games on PC or whatever, like I saw those, I was like, no fucking way. I did not like firstly like who makes this? Like generally like who like could I even put that on my resume? Like, oh yeah, I made like, Giant Titty Simulator 5. Like I don't know, it's
yeah.
I feel like that's weird.
Yeah, no, it is. I definitely think it crosses a line. But I'm gonna look at my games list here, see what else I have. Let's see. There's some things on my wish list, maybe. Yeah, so like I have Jade Empire, but I think it's too much of an investment to play in the martial arts month. Like that's a huge RPG, but I am gonna play it probably just on my own time.
That's fine. All I had to do was go through that corridor, and that was pretty much good.
You did it.
But I don't know why the door was locked. I don't think I've ever encountered that, so I'm just going to skip it and get to the last level. It was the second last anyway.
Okay.
Because I know
so this is the last level. Yeah, I know we started really late, but we're good. We're good. I'm not going to be late to pick up my wife. She's going to stay a little bit later. So.
Okay, that's good. That makes you feel less bad.
Yeah.
KOTOR stream when? Oh, okay, that would be fun.
You want me to do that? KOTOR? But yeah, we could. We'll learn again once again what we have lost. They are remaking that, but it's gonna be freaking awful.
I feel like
there's a remaster coming out of that. I think.
Like a remake. Yeah, I think that project like switched leads a few times. If I'm remembering correctly, I could be wrong, but that's not a good sign.
Yeah.
All right, so this level is very, very hard, but there's a trick to make it way easier. So he's level 6 is going to make you chase him around, and he's very annoying. And I'm going to do this so he can't see me. He's waiting there for me. He wants me to chase him all around, but I'm not going to do that. It's going to take longer. He's going to go up to the top. In order to trigger the end, he's got to be down at the bottom. So, holy shit. So I'm going to go back around this way instead of chasing him, and I'm going to keep him at the bottom. That way he's much more likely to trigger the cutscene. He'll also drop grenades, so you can't chase him too closely.
The trick is don't die.
Yeah, don't die. Just get somewhere where he can't see you, like this. There we go. Dialogue comes up. and he'll say like from the cradle to the grave or whatever, and then the music will change, and that's how you know that you can run after him and then go get him. He should be over here now. Yep.
What do you guys think about? This is in my wish list. Metro Exodus. Never played it.
Did you play the other ones?
On it? Never played any of them. No.
You could get a Metro Redux, which comes with like, I think they're like slightly remastered versions of the first two games. I think Exodus is the third.
I see. Then there's a game called, I learned about this from a streamer, a guy who makes these videos about, whoa, don't die. Is that
wow,
006 right there?
He's hitting me hard. Yeah. He's hitting me. He got way more hits on me than I thought he would. He usually, like, you hit him once or twice and he runs off, but he didn't do that at all. He just, like, tanked them.
Oh yeah, so anyway, there was a streamer, and he had this game I mentioned on the show before. It's called War of Rights. And it's basically like a giant... let me see, where is it? War of Rights. It's a giant multiplayer game. 350 player battles with a focus on historical authenticity. It's basically a Civil War fights with 350 people. So, you know, 175 players on each side. And it's a Civil War sort of like, you know, multiplayer game. Sounds awesome to me.
That sounds super cool.
Yeah. Let's see. What else? What do I have here that could be good for next month? Warhammer, Luna of Rice and Ruin. I don't know if that's... But yeah, those are some. I have a few here that I'm looking at.
Yeah, and there we go. Those are all the main story missions of Goldeneye.
All right.
There's 2 bonus levels, but we won't get to those today.
I missed the For England James.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
But you didn't miss the cutscene of Bond making out with Natalia for like 10 minutes.
Well, dude, what's the reward? I like how they're pressing their faces. Natalia's head is huge.
I was gonna say she has a bigger head and jaw than Bond does, actually. Holy shit! Was Goldeneye the game woke too?
No,
is this game ruined for me now?
The actress did have a bit of a, you know, like the actress that played Natalia was less attractive than Xenia Onatopp, so I was like, look, I know she's supposed to be the Bond girl, but come on now. Xenia
I didn't think Natalia was ugly,
crazy hot. She wasn't ugly, but
show.
she was like, no, not even close. Sorry. I don't know the name of the actress that plays Natalia, but I don't think she went on to do anything else after this. Anyway, Lat says, I don't always make out with hot Russian women, but when I do, there's metal playing in the background. Yeah, it's like rock music.
I do love the soundtrack in this game.
Yeah.
It's very iconic for me.
Yeah, definitely. That's good.
Sigma rule number 24646. Never kiss a woman without wailing guitar solos.
So, thanks for doing the stream, and I'm glad we got it working. I will... Yeah, I'll do a download of it, and, but I'll give them the link in the meantime.
Yeah, great.
Let's see.
Yeah, thanks, man, for doing all this. I appreciate it. You know, we haven't talked too much, but if we make this a regular thing, I'm sure, you know.
Yeah, I enjoyed myself. Like, so we'll work something out, and what we'll be doing though is that these will probably be streamed to Twitter, through these guys. I can also simul-stream it, but I'll just do the Twitter thing because I don't want to put my machine through too much. It's not exactly the strongest piece of hardware, so. Good stream, thank you, appreciate it. Sigma rule number 24,647: never kiss a woman with man hands. They all have block
Blonde
fists.
definitely broke that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like comically square. It's the N64. What are you gonna do?
Also, very fun stream. Yeah, something about these old games, man.
Now the chat at the end here, you can spam what games you want us to play next. Maybe there's a lot of options that we have for sure.
Yeah, I'll lower the volume on the end credits here. Alec Trevelyan.
Feel free to
dancing.
Make fun of us. He's doing like some kind of like melee animation.
Oh, he's like fighting. Yeah.
Like putting his fists up. I thought.
Yeah. Throwing hands. He's gonna throw hands.
Feel free to make fun of us for any games we haven't played. If
you have a suggestion for a game that you want to see Dean and I do a playthrough of, or at least some of it, just spam it in the chat. Spam the chat with ideas. They could be, well, I don't know what we have access to, but like, you know, he's got thousands of games. I don't know how many of them you can like stream easily like this, but
yeah, I've got every console basically ever. So I've got a lot of options. I may have to buy something to where I can stream some of my games that are non-HDMI. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Gabriel, no, we don't have time for the bonus levels, pyramid, or like Aztec and all that stuff. I would love to though; those are fun.
We could always do another one and do the bonus levels. If it's a lot less content, then you know we could. Just...
there's just 2 of them.
Yeah, that's okay. We could do that, and then like maybe something else.
Yeah, we could do that. We could even, if you want, we could show off like fuck around with the cheats on this game because they're super fun. There's some quirky stuff you could do.
Norwegian says SingStar ABBA. We're gonna take that seriously, okay?
I will entirely let Brian take the wheel with SingStar. It's all him. If it wasn't for copyright, I would love to play Guitar Hero on this though.
I do like to play Rock Band, but yeah, the copyright will kill us. I don't know if there's any way to do anything like that except on like, you know, like a different streaming site like Cozy or Locals or something like that, you know, or maybe if we get enough people in the Discord, we could all do like a Discord hangout and do some of that. That could be cool. And at some point in the future, you know, because I love Rock Band, like, and Guitar Hero, but I basically have Rock Band right now, and I have a shit ton of songs. Like I don't want to think about how much money I spent on that game, but I spent a lot. But it's good, like, whenever I have company over, you know, like, we usually end up playing... We just use it for the singing. We don't even, like, play the instruments. We just do the karaoke part. So,
gotcha.
Yeah.
I play, like, Guitar Hero. I play guitar at a pretty high level. I even used to compete in, like, local tournaments back in the day. So I do really love that game.
No, I did. I also play the guitar on Guitar Hero Rock Band too, but... You know, when we have people around that don't play games at all, but they know the music, so we just sort of make it into like a, you know, like a party game. So, awesome. Norwegian says Team Fortress 2. Yes, I do know that it's free to play now. So yeah, we could do that. I can download it easy, no problem. So, what else? Let me see what else you guys are saying.
Nova says Locals may be the only way. Rumble doesn't allow copyrighted stuff. I actually didn't know if Rumble was like as strict about DMCA's as YouTube, but that sucks.
Yeah, I think they all are. I think you're right about Locals. That might be the only place. And but you can set up a Locals through Rumble because they're connected. But yeah, I think Locals is a little bit more private. Like, there's a guy I know that does YouTube videos, and he does movie screenings on Rumble. So people just sit down, they do like a watch party on Locals. And I think that's awesome because I love movies, and I could like, you know, talk your head off on that. So,
oh man, I had my original Twitch channel banned because I wasn't planning on like streaming. I would just stream like to friends and stuff because I thought it was fun. But I got it banned because I was playing Need for Speed Most Wanted, and I refused to turn the music off. I was like, this game, like the soundtrack needs to be played. So, but after a few hours, they kicked me off.
Yeah.
Can he play Guitar Hero acoustically? That is a great South Park reference, Critter. And also, I was absolutely that kid. I even looked like that kid, like when when those games were new. Like the hair and everything. It was great.
That looks like.
Don't mind the gameplay. It was just
No, it's all right. We're
chat.
gonna wrap it up anyways. So like, leave us a comment though. Let us know what you guys think about what we did on the game, and also if there's, you know, like you said, if there's any other game you want to check out, we'll see what we can do. But yeah, I hope you guys had fun and hanging out with us and everything. And Dean, thanks for coming on and being patient while we got everything working, which I think we did, you know. But
we did.
We just have to like fix the destination. So.
No, I had a lot of fun. This is my you know, first ever real live stream, and so you know, I really appreciated it. I appreciate you working with us, and
yeah,
it was really great.
Yeah, thank you. All right, well, I'm gonna end it there. So guys, if you like this video, please hit like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, hit the bell for notifications, leave us a comment, let us know what you guys think about what we talked about on the show today, and please share this video, because sharing is caring. I will include links to Dean's socials and the It's Based Game Jam stuff in the description. Just check it out in a little while once it's uploaded. Like, it's got to finish uploading the video once I stop here. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show today, and we'll talk to you guys in the next one. Long live Vivian.
With the glass ceiling broken, all the oppressed groups shall prosper, especially the most oppressed group of all, gamers.
I want people in the industry to be a little bit louder about people being mean to other people, and maybe say it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Maybe say we don't want you around if you're going to be a cunt.
Yeah.
And hateful. And that the games industry is diverse naturally. Not because anyone's making them be diverse. Because the world is diverse, you stupid motherfucker. And if you have a problem with that, come fight me. Physically. Bitch.
Has anyone taken you up on that yet?
No, because they're all pussies.
Yep.
Down here, salt is a way of life.
Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent, the air is salt. And you breathe that in, and you can constantly taste the salt.